just gonna redo it completely. Yep, 100%. And I'm recording. Yeah, I just did an 18-minute video, guys, on this Gemm disposable tank and the updated Gemm pod on my trusty Aspire speeder from like 5 years ago or something like that. I don't know. 200 watt box mod, dual 18650 batteries. But I said, F it, and I'm redoing it. This is just too much fun. It really is. You know, I've been vaping on pod devices pretty much exclusively for the past like 3 months, 3.5 months. When I quit smoking again, I literally just pulled out my old speeder and I picked up a Firelord 2 tank, and that's what ultimately got me to stop smoking, right? Or cut down, rather. I was cutting down, all right? And it wasn't until I, you know, broke down, bought a Juul, because people were saying good things about it, just taking care of your, even the vape store owner that, you know, that I was talking to, you know, was telling me good things about how, you know, these Juul pods are great. You can have your box mod and a sub-ohm tank, and you know, like just take that Juul and take care of your initial nicotine cravings, and it totally did. And then I just kind of quickly found the RPM 80 until that started leaking like crazy, and then I found the Caliburn stuff. So both the Caliburn and the Coco, and you know, from that point on, I'd been looking at smaller devices and stuff like that. So, with that said, though, I do enjoy vaping from sub-ohm tanks every now and then, just changing up like the flavor of the experience. And I figured I'd show you what these little Gemm tanks can do. Leak proof. I mean, they don't leak. They've got adjustable airflow. This little guy has 4 mesh coils, right? Try and build that. I mean, okay, now it's gonna be a challenge, and somebody's gonna end up like throwing in like 16, you know, stacked quad mesh coils like on top of one another. It'll be freaking, you know, the circumference of like a volleyball or whatever. But regardless, I mean, this is fantastic. It's a 0.15 ohm sub-ohm tank, 4 mesh coils, 80 watts. Let's see, I know it's got like Japanese like pea fiber cotton and all of that. 4 milliliter juice capacity, 5 milliliter tank. Okay, coils just takes up a milliliter, right? And recommended wattage between 40 and 80, but 40 is for wimps, right? Here we go. Direct lung, airway, all the way open. Flavor ramps up really well. I fill a room with this. Notice I don't have to stop vaping. Coils handling it. Vapor's not too hot yet. Very good. I mean, a great performer. And I can literally just let this sit around on my desk. And actually I moved it, but you know, I had an old tank. I had 2 tanks filled. And I just didn't want to use them for this review because they weren't fresh. And I just wasn't sure if having cats, like if I would have gotten like cat dander in this giant thing. I didn't have them covered up or whatever. You probably come up with something, even use some plastic wrap or whatever to cover them. I know there are like drip tip covers too, but that'd actually be nice if they included one of those or two of them or whatever. But the thing that actually kind of interested me in this is originally it was on sale, like I want to say it was like $6 or $7 for two. I mean, you can't beat that. That's a killer price. If you guys are into your pods and stuff like that and just are feeling sick one day, buy one of these. If you've got a little box mod just laying around collecting dust, right? It'll be fun. It'll give you another day tobacco free, right? But again, it's just a little airflow on here. This is the 0.5 ohm Gemm pod. Okay, it is a direct to lung device. It's not it's not for it's not for mouth to lung, even though it looks almost identical to their mouth to lung 1 ohm pod. I actually got this on accident. I did order a 1 ohm like a 1 ohm pod rather than the 0.5, and they gave this to me. It looks identical, but so I understand that. Whatever. When I get my 1 ohm pod, I'll update you on it. But the one crappy thing about this is the literature in here and the box. It doesn't tell you anything about the recommended wattage. It just says it's 2 milliliter capacity, 510 thread, and that it's got T fiber cotton, right? Freemax, their coils are great. I loved my fire loop too. It was really good, and it's what made me ultimately feel like I could quit smoking after coming back into it after several years, right? So to look up the recommended wattage, you gotta actually go online. And it says the recommended wattage is 15 to 25 watts. I'm assuming that whatever device these come with, I'm pretty sure they do come with a device. Whatever that device is, it maybe has a wattage, like a recommended wattage pop up on the device. So I'm not giving that a minus by any means for that. But here we go, going to 25 watts, and I'll just open up the airflow all the way. Here we go, and vape on it. You take that till it cuts off, right? Really good, delicious vape, okay? It's getting a little bit low towards the end of the, or close to the coil there. So I don't know. It's probably wicked just fine and everything, but I always worry about that. You can cut the airflow down and cut the wattage down to 15, and you could get a very restricted, so I cut the airflow completely off, okay? And took the wattage all the way down. You get a fairly restricted, or I mean, you get a very loose mouth to lung vape. There's just not enough airflow in there, So if you come in here and you give it a little sliver, that restricted direct to lung is pretty much perfect for it, right? This is a direct to lung device, so it's not like they're trying to say that it's a mouth to lung. But yeah, guys, thank you again. Hopefully you saw my Cocoa Prime review and you liked it. Please like the videos, comment if you have any questions, suggestions, advice, anything like that. Totally look forward to it. And that's the end of my vape mail. So looks like I'm gonna need to get more in. And I think Liz might be laughing at that. I can't tell. She also said my hair was poofy. I don't know.